What if I told you that some of the world's richest empires don't sell products or services? They sell salvation. This is the story of how faith turned into a billion-dollar industry. In every corner of the world, religion influences hearts, minds, and societies. But behind the holy text and spiritual promises lies a complex global economic machine. This video will take you deep inside the world of religious wealth, from televangelists in America to temple empires in India, Vatican gold reserves to Mecca's trillion-dollar economy. We'll uncover how religion, while offering spiritual guidance, also fuels real estate empires, media corporations, political dynasties, and global tax havens. Let's explore the monetization of belief. Religion as industry. The financial powerhouses of faith. Faith organizations are among the wealthiest institutions in the world. The Catholic Church, for example, owns billions in art, real estate, and investments. In 2022, estimates placed the Vatican's net worth at over $30 billion. Meanwhile, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, reportedly has a $100 billion investment fund. In the United States alone, religion is a $1.2 trillion industry when you factor in churches, donations, schools, and nonprofits, according to Georgetown University. That makes it more valuable than the combined revenues of Apple, Google, and Amazon. Tithes, offerings, and donations, faith-based revenue streams. The primary revenue for most religious institutions comes from followers. Tithes, the tradition of giving 10% of income, are common in Christianity, especially in evangelical churches. In Islam, zakat and sadaqah play a similar role. In 2023, Muslims worldwide gave an estimated $200 billion in zakat alone. Hindu temples in India receive massive offerings. Tirupati Temple gets over $130 million annually. Some churches now accept crypto donations, automatic bank transfers, and even offer loyalty rewards for regular giving. Religious real estate empires. Religious organizations are some of the largest landowners globally. The Catholic Church reportedly owns more than 177 million acres worldwide. In the U.S., churches own thousands of properties in prime urban areas. In India, temples like Padmanabha Swami have vast gold reserves and land holdings valued at billions. Mecca, the holiest city in Islam, is also the site of massive commercial operations, luxury hotels, and infrastructure tied to religious pilgrimage.
Televangelism, faith on air, profits in pocket. Televangelists like Joel Osteen, Kenneth Copeland, and Creflo Dollar have amassed massive fortunes. Kenneth Copeland is estimated to be worth over $750 million. These pastors operate like CEOs with private jets, media empires, and tax-free status. Their broadcasts reach millions, and they raise money through seed faith pledges, promising divine returns for financial offerings. The Trinity Broadcasting Network, TBN, one of the largest Christian networks, earns hundreds of millions annually and owns luxury properties. The business of pilgrimage. Mecca, Varanasi, Lourdes. Religious tourism is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The Hajj pilgrimage generates over $12 billion annually for Saudi Arabia. In India, Kumbh Mela, held every 12 years, draws over 120 million people and boosts local economies by billions. Lourdes in France sees 6 million visitors a year, spending millions on accommodation, religious tokens, and transportation. Religious festivals, tours, and retreats now come with VIP passes, curated experiences, and premium pricing. Tax exemptions, faith-based privilege. Most religious institutions enjoy tax-exempt status. In the U.S., churches do not pay federal income tax and often avoid property taxes. This status has saved billions over decades. In Brazil, a controversial 2020 law made churches and their leaders exempt from paying several forms of tax. This raises questions. Should faith institutions operate like businesses while avoiding taxes? The business of spiritual products, from prayer mats and rosaries to books, CDs, incense, and holy water, the global market for religious products is worth tens of billions. Christian bookstores, Islamic shops, and Hindu puja markets thrive in both physical and digital spaces. Amazon has entire categories dedicated to faith-based items. Some televangelists sell miracle water or blessed oil for hefty prices. Religious apps and subscriptions. Faith has entered the tech world. Apps like YouVersion, Bible, Muslim Pro, and Insight Timer have millions of downloads. Some offer paid plans, subscriptions, or in-app purchases. Virtual sermons, prayer groups, and even confessionals have moved online, often behind paywalls or donation prompts. Religious education and institutions. Faith-based schools and universities are major revenue drivers. Notre Dame, a Catholic university, has an endowment of over $13 billion. Politics, power, and pulpit. In many countries, religious leaders have direct or indirect influence over politics. This gives them access to economic power, government land, and public funds. Evangelical churches in the U.S. have played major roles in elections.
When religion becomes a profit-making machine, ethical concerns arise. Are donations truly used for good? Should religious leaders live in luxury while followers live in poverty? Should faith be taxed if it acts like a business? There have been numerous scandals, sexual abuse cover-ups funded with church money, mega pastors buying private jets, or temples hiding undeclared gold. The issue isn't faith itself, but how faith is sometimes used as a tool for control, manipulation, and profit. Let's explore the impact of this monetization. Trust deficit. Young generations increasingly mistrust organized religion, seeing it as a business rather than a spiritual haven. Inequality. In some communities, religious wealth exacerbates poverty as massive funds stay within organizations and not with the needy. Global influence. Mega faith empires influence not just followers, but geopolitics, business regulations, and media narratives. And yet faith also funds orphanages, schools, disaster relief, hospitals, and countless acts of charity. Support networks that governments often fail to provide. It's a paradox. Faith helps and faith profits. But which weighs more? Here's the moment of truth. Faith is a billion-dollar business, but it doesn't have to be corrupted. Transparency is the real savior here. Imagine a world where religious institutions publish open audits, where donations help the poor instead of funding jets, where temples, churches, and mosques compete not in wealth, but in charity. It's not about dismantling faith, it's about reclaiming its purpose. The moment we realize belief isn't for sale, we take back the power that always belonged to the people. Religion has always been more than rituals. It's been land, law, money, and power. From sacred scriptures to corporate strategies, the business of faith shapes nations and lives. But behind every dollar, there is a choice, to exploit or to uplift. What we do with our faith and our money will define the future of belief itself. Want to know how corporations use spirituality to sell you products? Watch the video popping on your screen now. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more truths.